Hello, and happy Friday. Today I am here to share with you the new guitar that I purchased. Yeah, I'm just gonna share with you the new guitar that I got. I'm gonna show it with you, but before we get there, I'm also gonna tell you the story of how I came across this guitar because it's kind of interesting if I'm being honest. And so yeah, I don't want to yap too hard. I was hoping to have some spooky time videos or vlogs, which I mean, October is still here. There is potential. We shall see what happens. But without further ado, let me stop a yapping and tell you how I found this guitar that I have found. And the best part, before I get there, the best part is I've already been getting some bites on OfferUp for my old acoustic electric guitar that I shared with you guys last Friday, the guitar that is now on sale. There's lots of people interested in it, so it's gonna be out of my hands very soon. Who knows, by the time you're watching this video, that guitar could be out of my hands and out of my life already, starting its new journey with its new owner. But without further ado, let me tell you about this new guitar. Now I'm going to share with you the story on how I came across the guitar that I recently purchased. I am, of course, once again building suspense before I share with you what the guitar actually looks like, what it sounds like. It's not a demo video, it's not a review, it's kind of just me sharing with you the latest purchase that I have to share. But anyways, with that being said, so it's a bit of a funny story because my friend wanted to go to Guitar Center for herself. They wanted to buy a bass, so we were on the hunt for a bass. They were gonna check out a few basses. Well, check out a few basses, but really there was one bass in particular that she did want to check out, so we were basically there to test that bass. But while we were there, since there were some gentlemen in the bass room when we first got there, we decided, you know what, why not take a look around, take a look at their used guitars, their used basses, their electric guitars, and of course their acoustic guitars. I wasn't fully planning on buying a guitar. Again, I was going with my friend just as support to help as best as I could. Again, I'm not fully knowledgeable on the bass. I do play bass, but like if it comes to like technical stuff, like I can't really say that much, you know. I can only help on like, oh yeah, it sounds nice, it feels good, you know. Outside of that, I don't really know. But yeah, so I was just going to go for support, and because why not? I like Guitar Center. It's a fun time whenever I'm there. And so we're browsing. We go to the electric guitars first, and there was a used electric guitar. It was purple. As you can tell, purple is one of my favorite colors. Unfortunately, the neck of the guitar was just a little too thick for my hands, so as much as I would have loved to purchase that guitar, I had to put it back and say, not today, it's not meant to be. And then after I put the electric guitar back, after I tested it, I was like, you know what, maybe I am fixing to buy, maybe I am itching, I got a fixin' for a new guitar or something, because I mean, I do want to get a new electric guitar. You know, I feel like I just want to upgrade my instruments in general, I guess is my thinking, but like not all at once, not intentionally, you know. So I guess that's what was going through my mind after I had put down that electric guitar. And then after we went to the electric guitars, we made our way into the acoustic portion of Guitar Center. And that's, my friends, is where I found the guitar that I purchased. It wasn't right away. I browsed through some guitars. I tried a more expensive guitar before coming across the guitar that I purchased. And it was funny. And when I first picked it up, I saw the price. I played it. I fell in love with it. I was just like, I have to have it. But at the same time, a part of me was just like, are you ready to spend money though? Because you already have a guitar. You already have two acoustic electric guitars. Do you need another acoustic guitar? And so I did leave that Guitar Center because I was like, no, I'm right. I don't need a third guitar. I should just leave without getting it. And you would think that's where the story ends, but as we all know, that is not how it ends. After I had played the guitar, I had contemplated with it. There was a gentleman in the acoustic room as well who happened to be standing right where the guitar should have been, the guitar that I was playing. He kind of just wasn't leaving the area of where I was supposed to put the guitar back, so it was making me a little bit nervous because I was starting to feel like this gentleman hears me playing it. He hears how good good it sounds. He sees how nice it is. He sees the price. In my head, I'm thinking all these things. I'm thinking this man wants to buy the guitar that I am currently playing, that I'm currently contemplating on purchasing myself at this very moment. That is what was going through my head. I was thinking this man was going to take the guitar that I was already claiming as mine, even though I was like, I don't know if I should get it because, I mean, I can afford it, but it's the matter of having two guitars already. So after we left the acoustic room, we went to the bass portion of the store and we tested out the bass that my friend wanted. She was on the fence about it, so then we ended up going to get some food, and because that guitar was just on my mind while we were at lunch, while we were eating, I just couldn't stop thinking about the guitar, and I was just like, you know what? I think I would be okay buying the guitar if I were to sell my very first acoustic electric guitar, because I don't ever use that guitar. We already know. I'm not gonna go into that again. I've already yapped longer than I wanted to. But yeah, so that's the way that the story ended. We were at lunch. We were not too far from the Guitar Center, and I was like, gosh darn it, I need that guitar. It is not a lot of money. It is on sale. I completely fell in love with it, and I decided that, yeah, I was gonna sell my first acoustic electric guitar. And so after we ate our lunch, we went right back to that Guitar Center and I purchased my guitar, which I'm going to share with you right now. Here is the new guitar that I purchased. It is a Gretsch Jim Dandy model. It is a parlor style guitar, and quite frankly, the shape and style is what I really fell in love with this guitar about. I mean, I also fell in love with the sound of it, which I will share the sound of it, of course, as well. I just wanted to get a good shot of the full body for you guys before I kind of play what it sounds like. I do hope you can see it rather nicely. I'm trying again with new angles, new lighting, trying to make the content vibey, you know. But yes, here it is, the new guitar that I purchased. This is not an acoustic electric guitar, unfortunately, but that is okay. I am still very happy with my purchase. The only downer was when I was purchasing this guitar, since it is so cheap and it was on sale. It's considered a beginner guitar, which, I mean, it makes sense because of the price, but at the same time, I'm like, just because it's a cheaper guitar doesn't mean the person who's purchasing it is a beginner. And so yeah, the checkout process was not so much frustrating because like I did understand, but like there was a moment where I'm like, all right, my guy, I'm not a beginner because like he did tell me, like when I purchased the guitar, he asked me if I wanted to purchase any lessons as well at the Guitar Center, and I was like, oh no, my guy, I'm good, like I know how to play guitar. And he was like, oh okay, it's just because a lot of people who purchase cheaper guitars tend to be beginners. I was like, oh no, yeah, that makes sense. I just fell in love with her, so I was like, I had to get her. And then after that, he's like, would you like me to tune the guitar? And it took everything in me to be like, I already tuned it myself. Because I did. I tuned the guitar before I even thought about buying the guitar, because that's one thing for me, is like I have to know how it sounds in tune, otherwise I can't purchase the guitar. And so yeah, this is it. I'm gonna give you a little bit of more of a close-up of this headstock here, the Gretsch Jim Dandy. But yeah, I love it. I love the shape, I love the style. I just want to get a bit of a closer vibe for you guys so you could see it, see her in all her glory, this beautiful Gretsch guitar. And it's funny because the electric guitar that I also was interested in is also a Gretsch branded guitar as well. But here she is in all her glory. Yes, a good time indeed. Oh my. But yeah, I will stop a yapping. I was gonna change the microphones for this clip, but I decided, you know what, because I'm already yapping a lot longer than I had intended to, and it's not really a demo video, I'm just gonna play this guitar for you and it should pick it up nicely. I have it in standard tuning, but the high E string is tuned a half step down, so it's flat. But I love the sound. But yeah, this is the guitar. sounds so beautiful, sounds so clean. And so because of that, I'm not even mad that it's not an acoustic electric. The sound, the tone, everything about this guitar is just so beautiful. The way it sounds so full when you play it, I just love that so much. Sorry. But yeah, the sound of this guitar is truly what sold me. But yeah, the sound of it, the feel of it, the way the neck feels, the playability of this guitar, just everything about it, I just couldn't pass up. Especially the price. And after I told myself that I would sell my first acoustic electric guitar for this guitar, it was just hands down in the bag for me. I was completely sold. And so yeah, I hope you enjoyed my story about purchasing this guitar. I do apologize if it was a little long, and I'm sorry if you wanted to hear more of the guitar, but you will see future covers, performances, who knows what it will be with this guitar, because I guarantee you I will be playing this guitar and my other guitar all the time now, which is another reason why I was okay with buying this guitar, is because I knew I was going to use both of my acoustic guitars and not put one to the shelf like I did my first acoustic electric guitar. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to the story, listening to the rambles. Like I said, you will be hearing this guitar once again. This wasn't the first and only video of this guitar. I promise you there will be more. I already have a song coming with this tuning, so it's in the works. It's gonna happen. I love you. Thank you so much for watching. Stream Now or Never's music wherever you do, because I love you. I love when people listen to the music. I love when people share. Anyways, I hope you're having a great day. Bye.